going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm James of Wolf Camp Reviews. Thanks for joining me today. Today it's all about solar lights, solar lanterns, solar string lights, solar bike lights, a couple different utility lights that you can use. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so a little different scenery here. I recorded the entire video for you guys, and then apparently I didn't realize there was a lot of wind going on in the background, so you could barely hear me. And I feel like you guys would have been a little bit pissed about that. But we'll start with the bike lights here again. You get two lights. I know you saw them connected to begin with, but I just put their clamps back on. They each have their own individual clamps and their own holders here, which lock them in. So let's go over the front light first here. So on the front light, you have the solar panel, you have the power button, you have the USB port, and then you have the clamp for the front, which again is magnetic. Just pops in. Very sturdy too. You do not have to worry about this falling out. My wife has used this jumping off curbs, not jumping off curbs, but going off of curbs, hitting little bumps and everything like that. Nothing. This thing just stays on. It doesn't fall off. Even the clamp here, once you lock this in, this has the grip, goes around your bar. You'll put this side in first and then wrap it around your bar, and depending on the thickness of your bar, you know, you have the three different slots here. You could adjust to whichever size you need. So going over the light, you have four settings. You have low, medium, high, and then there is a flash. I'll show it a little bit. I don't know if anybody's sensitive to flash, but on low, you're going to get 15 lumens for 15 hours. And you can see the little green lights on here indicating it's on. That will change colors depending on the level of your battery. On medium, you're going to get 50 lumens for about 4 hours. On high, you're going to get 100 lumens for 2 hours. Now, some people might say, oh, it's only going to be lasting for 2 hours. Well, sorry, again, for anybody who has flash. Yeah, high lasts 2 hours. I don't think you're going to need it on high unless you're going down a really dark trail where there's no, background light or anything like that. If you need it on high, 2 hours is plenty of time for you to get from point A to point B, unless you're living really far away. But in my case, in my wife's case, when she uses this, she usually leaves it on medium, and that lights up the trail plenty bright, gives you a nice, light around, and you could see fine. If you hold it for 2 seconds, it will shut off. You can keep it on low, hold it for 2 seconds, and it shuts off. Pretty much it for the main light here. Again, this will change to, I think, an orange and then a red, telling you the different battery levels you have left. But this is what charges up your backlight. So let's look at the backlight quick. So the backlight, there are no other buttons aside from the power button. So you have your power button, you have a low, which is bright on its own. You have a medium, which is pretty much the max that my wife has used. And then you have a high, which is crazy bright. Red stands out at night. You have a strobe. Again, sorry for anybody who's sensitive to it. Low is going to stand out. And this rear light, you're going to get up to 40 lumens. So that's going to be high. It's going to be 40 lumens. And that'll last up to 3 hours. So obviously it's not going to last 3 hours on high. She usually leaves it on the first setting on low, and that's plenty bright. And again, on this, if you hold it down for 2 seconds, it shuts off. Now, the way you hook this one doesn't have a second grip like the front one, but you can notice there's the one on here, so you're pretty much just going to cinch this in. See if I can do it on camera. And as you can see, it's not going to come off easy. So you get it in, you put it around your bar, and then you lock it in. And the tightness of the bar, once you have this on, holds this in really nice. They give you 2 of these, so this comes 2 in the box. Now, let's say, for whatever reason, you decide to ride at night for longer than 3 hours. Once this one's dead, you can take your clamp off here on both of them, and you just simply connect the two, and now you could plug this one in and it will charge both of them up. Now let's just say you ran this one on high, it lasted about an hour. This one lasts up to 15 hours. So as long as I think there's 50 or 60% or more on the front light, your backlight will charge from the front light without being plugged into anything. Now, you could charge this solar while you're riding during the day. You could throw this together and just kind of leave it in a basket if you have a basket, or if you have a mesh pocket in the back. Anywhere that the sun will hit it, it'll charge both of these up. And then when you're ready to ride at night, you just disconnect them, connect your corresponding clips, which obviously you can see it's a nice sturdy clip, nice magnet, requires a little bit of force to pull this apart. Try doing it with one hand several times, and it's really hard. This is a really strong magnet. So you're not gonna have any issues with that. That's pretty much the bike light. I'm not gonna go too much greater detail here. I'm not gonna show you this at night or anything. If you guys are interested, I'll link my TikTok down below. I have some videos of this at night in the house, but at night, you guys could check that out if you wanted to. Let me go on to the next light. All right, so the next light I have here is going to be the Mpowered Luci Core. This light is pretty much a utility light. You can use this anywhere, inside reading at night, instead of using a lamp that's across the room so you don't have to get up and shut it off. You can pretty much stand this up, face it whichever way you want. Obviously, you'd have to adjust the base because this has all the weight on it. So you would just adjust your base, so that way you can pretty much position this however you want. You can leave it standing up, facing one direction. I usually wrap this around in my closets, actually, because for whatever reason, when they built my house, they did not put any lights or electric in my closets. So some of the closets, are obviously a lot bigger, and the room from the light from the main room doesn't light up the closet. So I wrap this around the coat hanger and let it sit. And if I need to look at the bottom for something on the bottom of the closet, I use it like this. If I need to look at something on the top, I just kind of flip it around, side to side, whichever side you want to put it on, and it will work that way. I've also used this camping, wrapping it around a tree branch by my hammock, so it'll light up my hammock area. I've used it camping, just lighting up the area to wash your hands, where my fridges are, so you can go and get drinks at night. You could see while you're getting over there. You don't have to leave it on high. To show you what buttons you got on the outside here, you have a little USB port, which this light will charge up in 1 hour with USB. But if you wanted, you could just charge it via solar, which is my favorite way of charging pretty much anything, because it doesn't require any electric coming out of my house, which means it's free. It's not charging, I'm not paying anything to charge it up solar, which is awesome. And as long as there's, some sun out, I could charge it up anywhere. I don't have to go and run and make sure I have a cord to, get it charged up. It's good to go. But next to your USB port, you have your power button, obviously your solar panel, and just the light. And then this flexi, I don't know what you call it. I guess it's a wire that's in here, but you can flex this whichever way you want, and it's not going to break on you. I've had this thing for a little while now. I've been messing around, putting it in different locations. I've used it under my vehicle. If you're working at night, you can set it up under your vehicle, face it certain, whichever ways you want it to face, and, you're good to go that way. My wife likes using it at night to read, again, because she doesn't have to get up in the middle of the night when she's done reading and she wants to go to bed and shut the light off. We do not have a light next to our bed. There is one across the room, so that's the reason for that. And she can kind of just set the brightness to whatever brightness she wants, and without waking me up or keeping me up, because she has the main light on for the whole room. This light is going to be up to 40 lumens, so you're going to get 4 modes. You get low, medium, high, and then there is a strobe or flash or whatever you want to call it. On low, the battery will last you 12 hours. On medium, the battery will last you 7 hours. And on high, the battery is going to last you 3 hours. If you wanted to keep it on strobe for a very long time, if you have an emergency in your vehicle, you set this up on your roof and you need it to flash somebody down, You don't have to worry about sitting out there holding a flashlight or anything like that. It's going to last you 6 hours. Now, this is a 450 milliamp battery, so even via solar, this is going to charge up pretty quick, and the battery will last you a long time. So I don't see you keeping this on, for an extremely long time to where you're going to deplete the battery completely. You can if you want. You can hang this in your tent if you really needed to. They'll have a hook up there. You can just make this shorter, longer, facing it whatever direction you want. But this is the Luci core light. This light's awesome. Again, have this in my closet. I use it in several closets. My wife likes to take it from me. But this thing is used a bunch. On to the next one. Actually, I did want to mention that this light is waterproof, so you don't have to worry about this getting damaged. Obviously, as long as you have your USB port plugged off here, everything's nice and pressed in, it will be waterproof. All right, so these might look exactly the same, which in many ways they are. There are a few differences, little differences. There is one major key difference. The black one is only a white LED light, and the white one is going to be a colored LED light. I'll get into the color one in a minute. I'll go over the black one first, the white one, white LED light. So there's only 2 buttons on this. You're going to get a battery button. When you press it, it'll show you the charge of your battery in here. And then you're going to have a power button. Now, on the front, obviously you see the nice giant solar panel, which is great. You have a nice little string here where you can hang it up, which is what I like to do. I mainly use this camping in my canopy. So my 10x10 canopy, I'll sit this and I'll hang it up and I'll face it to the way the sun is going to come up in the morning. So as soon as the sun comes out, it's going to hit this, it's going to charge this thing up for me and be ready to go at night. Aside from that, on this side, this one has a USB port here to where you can charge up your devices. So you can plug your phone into this, you can plug your camera batteries into this, whatever takes a USB, it'll charge it up for you. And again, it's solar, so you're pretty much charging it up without having to have a power source, an external battery, a solar generator, which they are still great to have, but you don't have to waste it on charging up your phone or your camera batteries. If you want, you can just use the power from the sun. Now, the white LED lights, the way you access the lights, they're actually all inside here. So you just take this, you hold the base, and you twist towards you and pop it open. And that's going to access your lights. So you're going to actually get 18 feet of this cord. And on that 18 feet, you're going to get 10 of these colored, not colored, you're going to get 10 of these light nodes. So once you have enough out that you want, or if you want to open them all up, which is what I always do, you just shut it and turn it to the right to tighten. Now you'll notice on the end of the cord is a USB stick. Now this USB stick is a regular USB. You can plug this in and charge this via USB, and this is exactly how you do it. You can plug this into your computer, you can plug this into any USB brick. I actually got one right here, I'll show you. So you just take it, plug it in, and it will charge. Plug this into your wall anywhere, or if you have a USB little power bank, you can plug this into that and it will charge. You also see these little black clamps. Now these will slide. They are a little tight, but they will slide. There's, I think, 2 or 3 on the whole string. So if you have a line running across from point A to point B between 2 trees, whether you have this set up on your deck, which I actually set these up on my deck for barbecues, I'll make the X pattern. I'll have one string going like this across my deck and another string going like this across my deck. And then I hang these up on that and it illuminates my entire deck. I use 2 of these. I've had these ones. I own these ones. Mpowered did send me the rest of these, but I have 4 of these that I purchased by myself. 2 of them I had for 3 years and I love them so much. I ended up getting 2 more because they're so handy. I use them all the time. And this LED light here is super bright. We've had power outages where we've been out of power for 9 hours and even longer than that, but I'll just set it down, turn it on, and this illuminates one room for me. So it's great to have. And it's a multi-use light. You know, like I said, I use them outside. I use them camping all the time. But we'll get back to that. So back to here. If you wanted to wrap this around a tree and bring it back to itself, you absolutely can. You know, make your loop, put your rope in here, and, you know, it's good to go. You can make your loop, have it around a tree, whatever you want to do. It'll hold a little bit of tension, not, you know, not a crazy amount of tension, but it will hold some tension. To the lights now, you have your power button, which will activate first the LED light on the front, and then it will switch between 3 modes. You have low, medium, and high. And on low, you're going to get 20 hours off of 1 charge on this battery. This is a 2000 milliamp battery. Just so you guys know, if you want to charge up your devices, you have 2000 milliamps to do so off of a full charge. On medium, you're going to get 11 hours, and on high, you're going to get 5 hours. Again, these things I use camping all the time. Set it up over my hammock. I have a string line that runs across. I set one up over that. Set one up next to the wash station. I usually have one of these in my canopy, and then I have the other one by the coolers or the refrigerators that I bring, which, if you are saying refrigerators, yes, there are portable refrigerators. I have a video coming out on that within the next couple days, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. But that's pretty much it for the white LED light. Now, actually, I wanted to tell you, on high, you're actually getting 100 lumens on this, which is pretty crazy. They're super bright, especially all of them put together. They give out a lot of light. And again, hold this for 2 seconds, and it will shut off no matter what setting you're on, low, medium, and high. You can hold the power button for 2 seconds, and it shuts off. Now, when you're done, you just take it, wrap it up, fit it in there nice, shut it, turn it, and you're good to go. And this is water resistant, they say. I've had this out in light rain, not heavy rain. This is not sealed here, so water can get in here. But as long as you have, you know, your ports closed and you're not leaving this out to get saturated or you're dunking it in water, you should be fine. If it's misting, light rain, you'll be all right. All right, on to these colored guys here. So pretty much the same exact thing on the outside. The only difference on the outside is this. This has 2 USB ports here, if I can get it open. You have a USB port where you could plug it in to charge, or you could plug your device in. So this one just has it to where you can plug your device in. This one has it to where you can plug this in to charge with a micro USB. And the reason for that is because when you open it, if I can find the tail end here, oh, it's buried. The tail end does not have, give me a second. All right, here we go. The tail end does not have a USB port on it like the other one does. This is just another hook, so if you have a string hook, this will hook onto it, and you can have it set up in this direction so it will be nice and taut. It won't come undone. So that's one way you can set these up too. Oh, actually going over these colors now. Again, you have your nice bright white LED on here, and then you're gonna get, I think it's 5 or 6 colors. You're gonna get blue, violet, turquoise, green, I think it's pink. You get a white, and then there's actually a color changing mode to where all the colors will kind of cycle through, and that's going to be this mode here. The first mode you go to, let me take one of these out here. I lost my tail end and I can't see it now on camera. There it is. So this is just going to cycle through all the colors. And then if you hit the power button again, it'll switch. I'm trying to get it so you can see it here. And then there's your white, I believe. Nope, there's your pink. I think that first one might have been your white. Hard to see these on camera. But those are pretty much the only differences. Actually, the battery is a little bit less on this than this. It's the same size battery, 2000 milliamp, but I think because of the color LEDs that it has in here, you're only going to get up to 15 hours of charge on on here. Versus this one, if you keep it on low, you get up to 20. Obviously, it will drop down if you have it on medium and high. You won't get 20 hours on here off of one charge. You'll probably get around 15. These are set to high because the colors, obviously, it needs to be a little bit brighter so you can see the colors outside. Versus the white LED, you don't have to have it up all the way in order to illuminate the area. But these are great. You set this up, sets the mood for you. You could set these up over your barbecue if you want. Just gives you a nice, relaxing kind of tone to it. Even if you set these up camping, it's just a nice, I don't know, it's a nice vibe, I guess I'll say. But these things are actually really awesome. Everybody loves these. I've had several people ask me that I go camping with where I can get this. I want it, and they end up buying it. These things have lasted, again, for years. What I actually like to do with these, I forgot to mention, this has the clips too. This has the tail end here, but it has those little clips that you can use to hang. But what I actually really like doing is I take a little piece of Velcro, probably the size of my pinky, and I wrap it around here. And that allows me to wrap it around any size string that I have, and I don't have to worry about it. I could set, 3 or 4 little pieces of Velcro along the whole 18 feet of cord, which this is 18 feet on here as well as this, and you get, again, 10 of these color nodes on here in those 18 feet. But Velcro is pretty much my go-to for this, or you could actually take a small piece of string, make a loop out of it and separate it throughout. But I just leave the Velcro in here, and actually the Velcro will fit in here when you close it up. Gets a little tight, but it does the job. And again, on these, if you hold the power button down without having to cycle through all the colors, it will shut off. This is also splash resistant, they say, so same thing goes for this as this. Light rain, mist is fine. Make sure you have your USB shut and it's not getting drenched in water. But all right, let's check out next. All right, so I grabbed one of my older ones. I actually found this one at my local Walmart. This one I've had for 3 years. I have 2 of these. I grabbed the last 2 that was at my local Walmart, and it's pretty much the same thing. Obviously, you can tell it's a little bit older. Has the 2 USBs here, another 1 USB here. Forgot you can't charge your device off of this one. But I have the Velcro. You can see little pieces of Velcro in here. The Velcro will fit. I just wanted to show you that. And this one on the end is just a knot. So this is an older model. If you get the newer one now, it's the black one. These are just the white LEDs. Same thing as the black one. This one actually just has a low and a high. There's no in-between medium here. But these I've had for years. I love them. And I just want to show you guys the Velcro on here. All right, next we're going to have the Outdoor Pro 2.0 solar lantern. This thing is amazing. Mpowered did send this out to me, so I have been using it for a couple weeks now. I've been putting it through its paces every night, using it outside to grill, using it inside just as a light, in a room, leaving it on. And the reason why I do leave it on is because you get 50 hours off of one charge on here on low. This thing does have 4 modes, has a low, medium, and high, which you use that by using the power button here, and this is your battery button. So you press that, tells you your charge, and then you can cycle through modes by pressing the power button. So you got low, medium, high, and you get a flash. So on low, like I said, you're going to get 50 hours. On medium, you're going to get 24 hours, and on high, you're going to get 5. And if you needed to on flash, you're going to get 9 hours on flash. Now, this does have a 2000 milliamp battery like the string lights, and you can use this to charge your devices. So this comes with a USB to USB cable. So you could charge this up USB by plugging this in, or again, solar panel on the top here. My favorite way to charge it, pretty much the only way I have charged it, I just throw this outside. This is fully waterproof. Everything is completely closed. As long as you have this closed, you don't leave this open. No water's getting in there. You can leave this outside and not worry about it. So if I drain the battery, I literally throw it outside just like this. It'll charge up and be good to go by the time I get home. Now you blow this up, obviously with the little nozzle here. You have a little loop on the bottom for a handle, and you have a loop on the top for a handle. The one on the top you can adjust and hang it on a little branch. You can hang it on a clip. Obviously you can hold it to carry it, but let me blow this thing up for you. All right, there you go. I got this thing blown up for you. One thing I do want to go over real quick. This is a little top heavy. Everything, all the LEDs, all the, cables and everything are up here. So this is top heavy. So if you hold it, it will flip upside down. In any case, you can sit it like this. Absolutely. If you have somebody knock into it, pretty good. It will flip on you. It's more sturdy this way. Obviously, I would put this in and I wouldn't leave this, sticking out like this to be in the way. But you can leave it up like this or like this. It will work either way. Now, when you have this on high, it's going to be 150 lumens. Super bright. And it lights up a long way, actually. Here, let me show you. This lights up a good amount. Now, I have a video on my TikTok. If you guys are interested in checking this out a little bit more, I have a review on here of this at night to show you guys. Right now, I'm just going over everything with you, but if you did want to check that out, I'll have the link in the description below for you. So again, this is waterproof. You can use this multiple ways. My favorite way to use these is to stick it either on a branch and have it hanging, because the higher you get, obviously the more it illuminates the bottom and the light spreads out. You can use it upside down like this, and the light will shoot up and out, which won't really help you at all. But if you have it set far away, you can see it. If you have it sitting on a table like this, you can see it. But normally I would just leave it like this. Again, it's waterproof, so if it's raining, you don't have to worry about getting this thing inside, and you'll be good to go. This thing is amazing. I've had this. I've actually compared this to my Luminate, I think is the brand, and I really prefer these ones better. I prefer these ones more. I like the way that they feel better. They're better quality, in my opinion. They're brighter, also, in my opinion. Even the ones that are comparable to this in brightness, these ones, for some reason, just feel like they give off a little bit more light. I have tried it and tested it out. I wouldn't be sharing this with you guys if I didn't really, like the product. I'm not just saying this because they handed it to me. I want to give you guys an honest review and let you guys know, what I really think. These are what I have now in all my camping bins. I don't even have my Illuminate lantern anymore. I did give it away, and these pretty much just kind of took over. But the next one, I've been calling it the King of Solar Lanterns. It's pretty much the big brother to this guy. It's, it's insane. Let me show you this one. Actually, real quick, I want to show you the way you deflate these. Obviously, you pop this thing open. It's not going to deflate on you. This is going to withstand 150 pounds, by the way. But what you do is you just kind of pinch here, and that will let all the pressure out. And you just squeeze it out, push it down, and then it compacts real nice. It'll stay flat. It's not going to fill up on you in your bag or anything like that. But super small, super portable. You can throw this anywhere. This thing is the size of my hand. Throw this in a pack. Throw this in a little bag that you bring with you to work every day. You get into an emergency situation in your vehicle. You have it. This thing's great. And like I said, it's waterproof, so you don't have to worry about it. But let me show you the big guy. All right, this is the big guy. This one is pretty much exactly the same thing as far as features go as the other one. So you're going to get 2 buttons on the front. Your battery button here shows you your charge of your battery. Your USB to USB charger here, or you can plug your devices, phone, whatever, camera, drone, whatever it is you need to charge USB, plug that in here. So this battery is actually a 4,000 milliamp battery, so it's twice the size of the smaller lantern. And the reason why it's twice the size as a smaller lantern is on high mode, you're going to get 360 lumens out of this lantern. Yes, 360 lumens. And that's not all. When you have this on low, the battery's still going to last you 50 hours. You're also going to get 24 hours on medium, and you're going to get 5 hours on high. So same specs as the other one, but it's brighter. Let me blow this one up for you. All right, so this one's taking up most of the frame here, but this one is obviously a lot bigger. And you can notice a difference. This one has a matte kind of color finish to it versus the other one, which had a clear finish. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure they make this in the clear finish as well if you wanted to get it. I'm not sure if it has anything, does anything with the lumens. I think it actually might be a little bit brighter in the clear finish. But I know on some of their lanterns they do have the option versus the matte or clear. Not sure if this is one of them, but I could have sworn I saw it on their website. But this is going to be the same thing. A nice big solar panel on the front, which is my favorite way to charge it. I bring one USB with me in case I need it, but 9 times out of 10, this is sitting outside under the sun and charging up on its own. And then I'm actually charging my phone off of this, which is great because on low, I'm getting 50 lumens, and on low, this thing obviously is plenty bright. But if you wanted to take it up all the way, there's medium and high, which is 360 lumens. Now I have my light on in here, but as you can see, it got a lot brighter as soon as I turn this thing on. Again, it is going to be a little bit top heavy, so if you want to leave it like this, you can. But my favorite way, again, is to hang it off of a branch or a pole, or if you have a canopy or in your tent, set it up like that, have it facing down, get it elevated a little bit, and it will illuminate a lot. This thing is huge. I have a video of this outside on my TikTok, which again will be linked below. This thing lights up the tree almost all the way up to the top when I have it upside down. So it just shows you how far and how strong this beam of light really is. And again, if you needed it for an emergency, you have a flashing mode. And this thing is also waterproof, so you're not gonna have any issues leaving this outside. And this also has on low, hold it for 2 seconds, and it will shut off. All the lights have that feature. I'm not sure about the older one that I have, but all the newer lights have that feature, which is great. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. The reason why I want to show you all these lanterns is Mpowered is actually having a spring sale right now. They're having 40% off their entire website, which is amazing. Use code SPRING40. It's a generic code. It's not a code that belongs to me. So the code is pretty much nothing for me. It's just a way for you guys to get 40% off their entire site, which I highly recommend you guys go check out. These things are awesome. I'm going to have the link to their website below for you. Let me know what you guys think if you have these. Let me know what your experience is with these. But I've had these string lights, like I said, for like 3 or 4 years now. I can't remember how long ago I got them. But I think I got them pretty much around the time I bought my house, about 4 years ago now. Lasted so long. I throw them in my camping bins. They get banged around. They could take a beating. This, again, can withstand 150 pounds of pressure. So you're not going to break this, unless you actually step on it or sit on it or something like that. But if you're under 150 pounds, you'll be good to go. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.